So I'd like to introduce to you the man that believes most in your future, your friend and my friend, the governor of the great state of Utah, Herbert.
Stan, you're the best. Stan Ellsworth, right there. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate it. You know, as governor, I have a great opportunity to represent this state, and in doing so, I meet a lot of people, have a lot of great opportunities to do things that are kind of unique. But to be introduced by a Harley-riding historian, you know, is a pretty remarkable event in my life. So thank you again, Stan, for the introduction. Thanks to all of you for being here. This is an important kickoff event here today. I want to recognize the parents, the students that are here, the school, Neil Armstrong here. What a great facility, producing great outcomes. I think a template for what we're going to see going down the road into the future. I also want to recognize we have a number of business leaders that are here with us today. I don't know if I have all the list of everybody, but Steve Lindsley, who's the Regional Vice President of Comcast Spotlight, Brent Peterson, Field Manager, a Marketing Manager for Comcast Spotlight, Alan Hall, Chairman of Prosperity 2020, Kent Crawford with Channel 4, Channel 2, I get them all mixed up. I watch them all. Anyway, I don't know if we have any legislators in attendance here. I didn't see any as I came in, but a lot of community leaders here that are all combined together for this kickoff today. Some of you may know, you young people, that I last night gave my State of the State address. Once a year, when the legislature comes into session, I have an opportunity to lay out my vision of what we're doing and what we're accomplishing in the state, and kind of project a pathway forward as far as what we ought to be doing as we go forward. One of the things that's been consistent in my administration is that education is our #1 budget priority. And that's because you guys are our future. Whatever good things are going to happen in Utah really is going to be coming for our young people, the rising generation. So education has been a #1 budget priority for me. And as part of that effort, we have found that end users like the business community are saying, hey, we are coming up a little bit short in certain areas of our market demands. We don't produce enough scientists. We don't produce enough technicians. We don't produce enough engineers. We don't produce enough mathematicians. And the sad thing is, these are really good paying jobs. Great quality jobs, high paying, high quality, and yet we don't produce enough. In fact, we're importing engineers from other countries. So we think in Utah, we can do better. And so our engineering initiative that we've put together here last year with the help, I see Stan Lockhart here, and we got the two stands together, I see. Stan Lockhart, again, an official with IM Flash down in Lehigh, has helped lead the charge on the fact we need to produce more engineers. And so we put together what we call a STEM initiative, and we put last year's budget, $10 million into our STEM Center initiative to help promoting education in this area. And I've proposed another $4.5 million this year's budget, so we'll have a total of $14.5 million to help promote STEM. But I also challenge the business community. You know, the end users, the people who are going to hire you, they need to step up. And so last September, in 2012 actually, I asked the business community to see if they could find ways they could contribute. And I'm pleased to be here today and talk about the fact that they've stepped up with $2 million plus for a media campaign to help us unleash this Curiosity Unleashed here today and help promote STEM education in the state of Utah. Help you folks understand the great opportunities. Now I'm going to not just talk about it, but I'm going to illustrate it a little bit better. We have a special guest with us here, Robert Ney. Robert, will you stand up? Robert, how old are you? 17. How old were you when you... Come on up. Where are you from?
I'm from Spanish Fork, Utah.
Okay, and what is your love of life?
I like computers and programming.
Programming. And what was the first big success you had when you were 14 years of age?
I I created a mobile game called Bubble Ball, and it was downloaded millions of times. It was the #1 free app for a couple weeks.
He's being a little modest. Bubble Ball app, which is free, has been downloaded over 16 million times. He's now created a new business called
It's called Nay Games.
Nay Games, which is a promotion. Tell us about your company.
We're located in Spanish Fork.
Spanish Fork. Nay Games. Now he's a guy who, I'm sure a lot of people say, oh, come on, you can't do this. That's kind of tough. You're just 14, 16, 17. So what we say is there were a lot of naysayers out there. But Robert said, you know what, this is a land of opportunity, this is America, this is good old Utah where we're business friendly, and I think I can do something. And so what are some of the other things you've done besides Bubble Ball?
I've created an app for Thanksgiving Point. It's a curiosity edition of Bubble Ball. And then I created an app for a kindergarten teacher at the elementary school that I went to help kindergartners and first graders learn sight words and spelling words.
Is that cool or what? Well, thank you very much, Robert. He could have been an astronaut. He's maybe going to be an engineer, but he might be the next Bill Gates. He might be the next Steve Jobs. He's using creative sides of his mind to create opportunity and better the world. At the end of the day, what can we do to help each other? Well, we can create jobs and economic opportunity, better devices, medical devices. Anne-Marie Lampropoulos right here, and her husband Fred runs Merit Medical. An amazing locally homegrown business now that's worldwide, and they're a very successful company. But the important part is that they're saving people's lives. They're helping people get over challenges when they have heart valve problems and other issues inside that helps them survive those kinds of critical issues and live to have long and healthy lives. So again, what a wonderful thing that we have in our backyard with Merit Medical. Again, they need more engineers, they need more technicians, they need people that got scientific skills, so scientists. So I would just say to you young people, as we look to the future, you are the future. We want to make sure that you have the skills that you're able to go out in what is now a global marketplace and compete with all the other people out there that want the same job that you're applying for. We know there's a land of opportunity in the STEM education programs. And you are going to be taught opportunities and given opportunities to succeed in that area. Now, let me just conclude by saying this. Again, it's nice to have a Robert here as a real face of what can happen in the success. But, the future is not that far away. We have just down the road here in West Jordan, we talk about the future. We have an astronaut here with us, and when he was young, I'm sure what he wondered, what was the future going to be? Am I going to be up in space? For some of us, that's probably hard to even comprehend. I remember when that first happened, and John Glenn, the first person to be up in space. And look what we've come from so far with our iPhones. How many of you have got a phone? Isn't that amazing? This is, how old are you? You got phones? 11? 10? So young people, and you have access to phones, communication, and you have more computing power here in your iPhone than they had during World War II in the 50s. It's amazing what we can do today with the new technology. And who knows what the future's going to bring. You guys are going to come up with stuff that we haven't even thought of today. And it'll make lives better for people. And just down the road here, for example, in West Jordan, engineers and scientists are building the $3 billion James Webb Space Telescope, which will be launched 1 million miles into space and enable us to see the universe in a way that we've never seen before. So you're going to want to re-up, just to see what the future is going to bring. So I'm here to kind of applaud you as our rising generation, our future. I'm here to say thanks to our business community for stepping up. for our teachers, for the education folks, for what they're doing to provide you with opportunity to be the best that you can be. I'm sure you all have curiosity, right? You have curiosity, you have wonder, and you have opportunities to, in fact, satisfy that curiosity and find a great way to contribute to our communities and to our society. So I thank you for being here. Thank for everybody who's involved with this as we launch this new STEM partnership with our business community. And again, we can't thank the business community enough for what they're doing to augment what we're doing here in the state. So thanks to one and all. Congratulations. And just understand that STEM is cool, all right?